Well, just say hi to everybody, say who you are, and then just say welcome to whatever game you're playing.
No,
It's
duh,
what I
Sherlock.
do.
Ugh. Jeez. Hey, hi, I'm Rosa, and it's my first time streaming. What I'm gonna be starting off on is an old game one of my friends introduced
It's
me
not
to.
all.
Shut up! It's old to me, at least, because I never played it. But it's. Shut up!
Triggered.
Okay, back in the 20s, or teens, or whatever. Like 20,000s at least. So it's a bit.
2017.
Okay, 2017. Back
18, who
back
knows?
back
Let's
then a
check.
little bit. But this is a game my friend introduced me to, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Now, this follows along the story of Miriam, where she, well, wakes up. I'll let it explain to you, but this is my first time streaming, so go easy on me. I already have one, like, I finished the game, so I know almost all the secrets. Almost. And another one, which is a secret game mode you can play. If you type that in, you can play as one of the bosses, and is she beautiful? So I'm gonna be starting off a fresh, clean slate. So here we go.
And I'm really here for moral support, and if she needs.
Yes.
And plus, I'm the one who introduced her to Bloodstained, so you're welcome, Rosa.
Thank you.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, and not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. There was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders.
Ouch! Gunfire in the ear is very loud, even though I have party audio up all the way.
Damn.
And in doing so, through the
Yeah. While she plays Bloodstained Ritual tonight, I'm going to be playing some Mafia 2. Well, finishing it at least.
As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite.
Now, I do have my own channel if you would like to check me out, and her and I might end up doing a collab stream. You never know. I'm pretty sure we could do some in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe some Far Cry. I will warn you something though, in Far Cry, the Eagles are ridiculously strong in that game. Chapter 9, Balls and Beans, Uptown, May 16, 1951.
Upon learning Jebel is the architect of this new Bloodstained Ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Now you all know a little backstory about how Miriam came to sleep. And the person who is talking is a character that we'll be meeting later on. He isn't too fond of Miriam because she is partially demon in a way. The shards,
Johannes.
In a way, that's what I said. Basically, the shards that you saw on her back, they allow her to take on demons' powers. And it isn't the best feeling in the world for her.
It was Jeebel's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
Okay, reload that.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeebel is responsible for this summon,
So you doing okay, Rosa?
I have to stop
Yeah,
him.
I'm doing right. How about you?
I gave him my word.
I'm doing well.
That's good.
Oh, by the way, when you're streaming on YouTube, the one thing you're gonna want to do is to have your stream opened up on your phone. That way you can have it to where people can see what you're streaming. I mean that way you can see what people are saying to you.
Oh, I can see it
when
on the
you're
side for
streaming.
Me. It shows up on the side for me.
Oh, that's not really a good thing to have on while you're streaming.
Let them amount to something.
It's better to set it to where you have that off. That way people can see the full picture. Most people prefer it that way.
All right, I'll fix it next time.
Alrighty, just a little tip for you.
Alrighty.
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall.
Anybody
soon.
watching you yet?
You should get ready.
No.
I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would
I'm
be a
not
good
exactly
time to put it
surprised.
on.
But maybe I might get some eventually.
If you want, I can actually share your stream in various Kick group chats. If you'd like.
Sure, if you want to.
You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'll take care of it.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did. It doesn't guarantee you
Sorry about that.
start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get. If I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
Get over here!
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
That is something I always thought of whenever I saw that part. I always find it so funny. Despite this game trying to make me seem like, oh crap, there's demons. I always find it funny. And this is one of the dragons. The dragon. Now I most likely won't be showing too much of everything, because I do recommend this game for people, especially if they like games like this.
Maybe I just need to
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, wasn't that your first game like that?
Yes, this was my first game exactly like this.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, Metroidvanias are a lot of fun.
And it is high recommendation. Actually, the person that made this was a part of a different project, who went and he made his own game, getting away from whatever it was. What did you tell? You know more facts than I do.
Basically, what happened was Koga Igarashi was a well-known developer within a company that you may know as Konami, or a Money as people call him now. But Koga Igarashi was well known for how well he did the Metroidvania style of Castlevania games, from Symphony of the Night, the legend itself, all the way to Order of Ecclesia back in 2008. However, he wanted to make another one, but Konami said no, that people don't want. Said, pardon my French, fuck you guys, I'm going to prove you wrong, and he gave them the finger and walked off. Eventually, he even took Michiru Yamane, who was the composer for the Castlevania soundtracks, with him. And so they started a fundraiser on Kickstarter, and the support was overwhelming, and sure enough, within all that, the Bloodstained series was born. And when it came down time for the launch trailer, he literally said this, and I quote, "With an army at my back, I've returned to make a game the way it should be done, which includes quality first, accepting criticism, twice as big as my last game, and most importantly, 13 DLCs for free."
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, does Bloodstained Ritual of the Night deliver not only in quality, but quantity of content. There's so much to do there.
Now, I will warn you, when you're playing this game, as soon as you leave the room, the enemies will respawn. So, if you have trouble dealing with one enemy, you might want to try to avoid that area. Now, whenever you get the shards, you can always come here, and there's different types. Now, each one is controlled differently. Always make sure you blow up the cannon. It is always fun. The only sad part is you can only do it once. Now,
yes, but
using these shards takes up MP, which is the purple bar, and you gotta be very careful, especially when you're dealing with a boss. Because a lot of times, if you run out of MP, you are stuck dealing with only physical damage. Now, there are some potions that will help boost up your MP, as well as certain foods you can make. I will show those later. But one good way to fill up your MP, unfortunately they do not have this in boss rooms, but a good way to fill up your MP is to break candles. Because they will drop those little squid things that have things that will help you boost up your MP to full. They will also drop coins. You need coins for everything. To buy stuff, to buy parts for a recipe you have. Just make sure you stock up on money. You cannot have too little. You cannot have too much money. But I will be spoiling one thing because I got screwed over myself. Because I didn't let my friend tell me what was going to happen at the very, very, very end.
Oh, no. That actually happens regardless.
Ah.
So it doesn't matter if you sell shards to her or not. She'll still have the power somehow.
That's a bit ridiculous. I don't know. Well, you heard it from him. And
so
she is
basically,
not
it is
easy.
a good way to make money.
Well, yes, it is a good way to make money to sell shards, but you gotta pick and choose.
Mm-hmm. Which reminds me, did you ever get the shard from that blue ninja guy?
If you mean the one that said keep up, no.
Oh, that guy?
I don't know which
Yeah,
blue ninja
basically
you're talking
after it's the one in the den of behemoths.
about. Then I don't believe I did.
You never found him?
I don't think so. Now, there will be some times where you have to farm the chandeliers. It will be worth it. It will take time, but there are some areas that have a lot of lanterns that you can farm real easily. I hate those ones so much.
Yeah, speaking of which, if you don't mind me asking, what enemies gave you the most amount of trouble during your first run?
First enemies. I have to say the monkeys. The monkeys were the worst enemy in the entire game. It was just ridiculous how many attacks they can do. And it was very, very annoying. Now that is a just quick glance of the boss you're going to have to fight. Now, luckily, once you gather a shard from a certain demon, you don't have to worry about having to go through that cutscene again. It'll only happen when you get a new one. Now you want to be careful with potions because once you get higher level, potions hardly do anything. And there's an option to get a large potion and then a greater potion. Now, each of those takes a bunch of the last one, or you can go over and buy some and then go fuse it. Now, one of my favorite weapons in this game is the katana, because there is a special move that my friend told me that I can do off of a boss that you have to fight. And I spammed it to help me fight one of the bosses I was having trouble with. Now, yes, I did cheese it, but hey, let's be honest, all of us want to cheese a little bit. Now you see this right here? You'll be able to pick that up later on in the game once you fight a certain boss. Now I'm going to inform you about this after I go up to this room, because you gotta pay attention to areas like that. They might be blended in real well, but you always gotta make sure you check it. Respawn. Now if you notice, this was a lot different than all the other worlds. You break it and a hidden room. Now you'll either get a hidden room or you'll get a little item like that. It really depends on where you get it from. Now you'll either get capacity up, max health up, or as you just saw, max MP up, which is very, very useful. Each one of them is, depending on what gun you like to use. Now, do be careful when you come across save rooms, because some save rooms will be very, very close to a boss room. And you'll always want to make sure you save. Always. Now this leads to a boss room, and you can clearly see I am not ready since my health is not at max. So if you come right over here, this is the save room. Always make sure you save. Every time. Because you never know when you're gonna die and you might be getting a very useful item. And it's always good to save, because if you get it and you save, and your health will also be boosted all the way up to full, as well as your MP. Now there is an item that you can use to teleport you back home.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Sheeple, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken, convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Yes. Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gremlin. We're leaving.
Jeeble, wait!
First boss is always going to be a little bit tough on you. So it's always good to go and level up a bit and make sure you trade out things that help you boost up your defense and all that.
Mm-hmm. I forget how great the character interactions are in Mafia 2. You okay, Rosa?
Alright. I haven't got one from that one yet.
Far Cry 4 is now done.
Cool.
Okay, so Rosa, so I just completed a mission. What do you think I should do? Should I drop by the weapon shop and see if there's anything new there?
Sure.
Alright, because I'm literally right down the road from it, so well, let's see if he's got anything new.
Now, another thing you should know, guys, is collecting a bunch of the same shard is going to help make it stronger, as well as boosting it up. So make sure if you get multiple of the same shard, you keep a hold of them. Now, I've not seen if you completely take on all the shards and not sell any. I do not know if she will actually lose control and be consumed
She doesn't.
by her. I figured she wouldn't.
Mm-mm. Well, surprisingly, he had a new weapon for sale.
Well, how about that?
A Mauser C96.
Nice.
I will take that.
So,
I kind of really feel bad for Vito. The light is green, asshole! Don't block the intersection. God. It's crazy on how certain games can actually replicate the stupidity of actual humans in real life. You agree?
Yes.
Like, I was going through the green light, and this one guy was just sitting there in the intersection, taking up all of the damn road.
come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Now, after every time you defeat a boss, you will get a shard that will help you throughout the game. This one,
Unless it is a boss that becomes a common mook later on in the game.
yes. This one takes up a ton of MP, but does a lot of damage.
Just a flicker. That was the Jeeble I know. I will put a stop to all this.
Bloodstained.
We're here.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The Demon's Jeeble Summit?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Chapter 10, Room Service. Villa
Thank you,
Scaletta.
Miriam. You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. But you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jeeble is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder, after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jeeble my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
So Rosa, based on your experience on Bloodstained, your first playthrough, how would you rate the game on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'd have to say at least a 9. 9 for how amazing it is and the wonderful graphics, but -1 for the annoyingness of having to keep going after bosses, even after you die.
To keep what?
To keep having to go back to bosses after you've leveled up a bunch. That is
Well,
slightly
if
annoying,
you,
but it is. It's
that's pretty much a part of any R RPG game, which
You
is
are
pretty
quite
standard.
welcome.
yes,
Do you
but
have a
it
name?
does get annoying.
Anne,
Hmm.
What a lovely name. Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
I always love the way that Johannes runs because it is always so funny. With his goofy looking shoes.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Hmm.
Yes.
Oh
agreed.
my god, an NPC just crashed into me right in front of a cop, and the cop's going after him.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will
For
remain
once, I
here.
did something
We
wrong,
can
and
assist
that I
Miriam
didn't
from
get
safe
the
ground.
cops on me.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone.
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
Holy crap! How much money did I get from Eddie? I now have $11,327. Did I get paid 10 grand for that one job?
But we'll be here if you need us.
Damn.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes. I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
The Waystone is the item that you can use to be able to teleport back here after you have gone through a bunch and you need to either update a bunch of
Here
stuff
she is.
or you need
Have to marvel
to
at the church's resources.
quickly get to a
I thought
healing
they'd provided
area,
for
but you
us.
can't. There's not one near you.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them. So, what'll it be?
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
Hi, Ruby.
I'll go with this.
Hi, Ruby. What's up, girl?
I'll go with this.
Hi.
I'll go with this.
What you doing?
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
Oh my
I'll go
goodness.
with this. I'll go with this. I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
What is it,
I'll
sweetie?
go with this.
What you trying to tell me? Outside?
Once
Gonna go
I've
outside?
transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you. I'll do
Yeah?
my
You gotta
best
go
to
outside?
inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes
I
to
take that as a
items I
yes.
don't know about, you'll have to find a
Okay,
formula
I will
for
be
me
right back,
and
Rosa.
bring it here.
Alright,
I promise.
understand.
I know.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted.
Just gotta
to
take out the
same
sacred
levels.
doggo.
Each shard
Oh,
requires
my
specific
goodness,
materials,
Ruby. Chill,
but
girl.
It's worth it to make your shards more useful.
Ouch!
Try it when you get
My
the
damn
chance.
toes.
I think I will.
Also,
Ouch, stop!
neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder.
Chill.
The struggle we've been through to survive. If you bring me the ingredients,
Okay.
I can use
Let me take
alchemy
you out,
to
okay?
prepare meals for her. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you, if you no longer need them.
Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, but there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption
may accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around? What are you looking to buy? Then we have a deal. Many thanks. Then we have a deal. Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe. They all have troubles that need resolving. If you can spare them the time.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
Alright, now that we have beaten the final boss, I think it's a good spot to end here. Now, this area does have a save room. Use it to your advantage. So, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next stream.